Boredom. Boredom is an emotion which is both widespread and least understood at the same time. There are many studies which say that being bored could provoke a few other negative emotional states, causing some unintended outcomes like risky behaviors. But very few studies try to determine a positive relation between boredom and creativity. They did very less to test if it habitually leads to negative consequences. While it is not very well understood, there is one surely known consequence of boredom, that is, subscribing to this channel for weekly bites of random content straight into your YouTube feed. So, if you're bored or not, make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, mama.
Listening to an uninteresting lecture, forcibly playing games because your kid wants you to, or waiting in a long line at the supermarket, we've all been there and done that, all while getting impossibly bored. We have at least one person around us who is always lamenting that they're bored, and we've all Googled what to do when bored at least once in our lives. Well, it is perhaps a natural and unavoidable reaction to such highly repetitive and often understimulating daily routines. Most of us tend to see this emotion in a negative light, but also as something to just put up with. It is boring but necessary to complete some boring tasks. We may think that the effects of boredom in general are non-trivial, but it is not all the case. Under its seemingly harmless nature, it can have serious impacts, especially in jobs where a single mistake can risk lives. For example, boredom was the main reasons the United States Air Force had great difficulty in recruiting and retaining pilots for unmanned aerial vehicles, as pilots would rather risk their lives by fighting in a real battle than feel grounded while doing boring tasks. Various studies even argued that boredom is one of the main causes of violence, risk-taking behaviors, verbal aggression, alcohol and excessive food consumption, and work stress. However, it is not all that bad. Anecdotal evidence suggests that feeling bored in fact can be very good. There are various examples from history itself. Take for example Isaac Newton and Galileo. Newton, who in the course of boredom he felt during his country retreat, formulated his major discoveries. Galileo was trained in medicine but was keen on dangerous experiments on gravity due to boredom. To them, boredom triggered creativity and in doing so, helped in learning and in searching for new ideas. For Galileo, it was also a variety drive, where a continuous exposure to the same rewarding stimuli actually increases his willingness to explore alternative stimuli. Like them, boredom could motivate exhibition of different behaviors that stimulate positive outcomes in others. In a recent 2019 study by Guihyun Park, 3 studies were conducted to further elaborate on this issue. The 3 studies found the following. 1. Boredom helped boost individual productivity on an idea generation task. 2. Boredom manipulation only increased boredom and not other negative activating emotions. 3. Boredom did not universally increase creativity for a product development task. But is it true for everyone, or do you have to be a hidden genius like Newton or Galileo? Well, while being a genius definitely helps, it is not to say that it is a prerequisite. But it does boil down to a few traits. These are 1. Try to have a high learning goal orientation. 2. Good enough openness to experience. And 3. An internal locus of control. Therefore, in order to put in effect the positive correlation between boredom and creativity, it depends on your outlook and the following up on this outlook. But one question remains. Why do people fail to see these potential benefits? And why is there a universal view of boredom as being something negative? The answer to this is not boredom itself, but rather the discomfort that comes with it. Highlighting this discomfort aspect is a study where subjects were asked to either do nothing for 15 minutes or administer painful electric shocks to themselves. Believe it or not, 43% of them shocked themselves at least once. We are just not comfortable with being bored. Having a high learning goal orientation, good enough openness to experience, and an internal locus of control definitely do not come overnight, but the good thing is, They give us the opportunity for reflection, creativity, and the possibility to find our hidden genius, which I believe everyone has in them. Thank you and take care.
Vive Kamunund.